When I agreed to spend the summer living with my girlfriend Kelsey and her family, I expected it to be simple, maybe even a little boring. I had just wrapped up my junior year of college and landed an internship near her hometown. Kelsey's aunt, Valerie, had a large house and offered me the guest room for a few months. Kelsey told me not to worry, that Valerie was laid back and rarely home during the day. It all seemed perfect. The first time I met Aunt Valerie, I honestly mistook her for Kelsey's older sister. She was tall, graceful, and confident in a way that turned heads without her even trying. She had this subtle elegance, dark brown hair pinned up loosely, soft hazel eyes that studied you longer than necessary, and a laugh that echoed like music in the hallway. Valerie hugged me when we met, held eye contact a little longer than most people do, and smiled as though she was reading a page out of my mind. The living arrangement started off smoothly. Kelsey split her time between my room and her own small apartment nearby, where she stayed on weekdays when she had work. That meant on many mornings, I had the house to myself, except on weekends when Valerie returned from her business trips or errands. We shared coffee once or twice in the morning. Her robe was usually tied loose, her tone light and teasing. She was flirtatious in a way that felt playful, but sometimes I wondered if there was more beneath it. Then one Saturday morning changed everything. Kelsey had left early to meet a friend, and I took the chance to sleep in. Around 10, I dragged myself into the bathroom and started a hot shower. The water was soothing. I closed my eyes, the steam filling the room. I was completely relaxed, until I heard the bathroom door creak open. I paused. Maybe it was Kelsey coming back. "Babe?" I called out. A voice answered, but it wasn't hers. "Not quite," Valerie said, her voice warm and casual, like she had just walked into the kitchen. I nearly slipped. "Valerie? I thought you were out." "I came back early," she replied, her tone amused. "Didn't mean to catch you mid-shower." There was a pause. I expected her to close the door and give me privacy, but instead, she stepped closer. I could hear the soft pad of her feet against the tile. The glass was fogged, but I saw the silhouette of her standing just outside the shower door. "Relax," she said gently. "I just came to grab something from the cabinet." I held still as she reached up into the shelf above the sink. There was the quiet clatter of a bottle being picked up. Then her shadow didn't move. "I used to love this shower when I was your age," she said, her voice soft and almost nostalgic. "It always felt like the one place in the house where you could think clearly." I swallowed hard. "Yeah, it's peaceful." She lingered a second longer before speaking again. "You're a sweet guy, you know. And handsome too." Kelsey did well. "Thank you," I managed, not sure what else to say. She finally stepped away, leaving behind a strange mix of nerves and something deeper I couldn't name. When I got out, she was gone, as if it hadn't happened. But the next few days were different. Valerie started showing up more. She made breakfast and always found a way to touch my hand when passing me coffee. Her compliments got bolder, her looks more direct. And I won't lie, something about it stirred a confusion in me I didn't know how to process. One afternoon, Kelsey was working late, and I was fixing a light in the hallway. Valerie walked by in a sleeveless dress and paused next to me. "You're good with your hands," she said, a smirk tugging at her lips. "I like that in a man." I looked up at her, and our eyes locked. She didn't look away. There was a moment, silent, electric. "I should go finish dinner," she whispered. That night, dinner was quiet. The air between us was thick with unsaid things. Valerie and I didn't speak about the shower incident, or the way her hand had brushed my back on her way out of the bathroom. But we both felt it. That line we danced around but didn't cross. I never cheated on Kelsey. But I'll never forget the way her aunt made me feel, seen, desired, like a mystery she was waiting to unwrap. And maybe that's what made it so powerful. It wasn't about what happened in the shower. It was about what didn't happen, but could have. That summer, I learned that attraction can show up in the most unexpected places. It doesn't always lead to action, but it leaves a mark just the same. And to this day, whenever I hear the soft creak of a door during a quiet shower, my heart still skips, just a little.